Listen, I'm gonna give it to you guys straight up. Anyone right now in the 20s and your 30s, or even if you're a teenager, you need to listen to this. There's so many things I've been through in life that I just wish I would have done differently. And I would have been in a completely different situation that I'm in now. So I really don't want to waste nobody's time. So I'm going to tell you right now, guys, these are the things that you need to do. And these are mistakes that I made that I wish I would never made. The number one thing that I was doing, right, that just really just messed me up was I understood in life that I was happy, but I kept on chasing to be happier. Thinking the situation I'm in right now is not good enough. Even though I was happy, even though I was in a good place, I kept on chasing and chasing and chasing. And the thing about that is when you continually trying to chase to become happier, is you actually become sadder and way more depressed. You see, when you look at the situation you're in, you recognize it's not that bad. Right? It's not that bad, the situation I'm in, but I want better. And the reason why I want better is because society is telling me I should be better. I should be better than the next person. And once you're better than the next person, I should be better than the next person and the other person. It just doesn't end. And it's a continuous cycle of chasing and chasing and chasing. And it's not worth it. Right? It's not worth chasing just to get some type of validation or just to have people say, look at him, he made it. Because that's all we're really trying to do. We're just trying to get some validation in life, which is the worst thing for people to do, right? It's the complete worst thing for people to do, because what you should be doing, man, what you really should be doing, what makes life easier the younger you do it, is just prioritize investing and saving and prioritizing your physical and your mental health. Those are the things that have a compound effect, right? Especially when it comes to building wealth. Listen, if you're right now someone in your 20s or you're Gen Z, you're hearing millennials and boomers just complaining about how hard everything is. So now you're getting a glimpse of what your future could look like. And a lot of Gen Zs out there, man, they understand working a 9 to 5 is not the only way to build wealth. And they're taking major risk right now in life, which I applaud them for, because they're brave, right? They're really brave. You're taking risk. You're trying to start your own business. You're putting some money into crypto. Some people putting all the money into crypto. Now, that's too much of a risk. But some people just remaining extremely curious and then just investing in crypto, right? Trying to get into dabbling into real estate. They're not just relying on a 9 to 5, okay? They're just dabbling into other things to see where life will take them. And that's what I wish I would have done, right? I looked at my parents. I love my parents, but they were just hard workers. And I thought that working hard was all you needed to do, right? I didn't receive the message correctly, which was it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. But if around you all you see is people just working hard, and then in the end you recognize, like, what was it for? Like, what was all that hard working and sacrifice for? Right? I mean, I understand what my parents sacrificed for me because they came from Cuba and they want to live a better life. So they had like that immigrant mentality where they come into this country and just work hard. But when you're born in this country, you recognize it's not about working hard, right? I'm not coming here to just like because I came from a place like in my parents' case, like Cuba, where it was like horrible for them, and they came here and they're trying to make it. They're trying to just make it in this country. Like, I was born in this country, and there's ways that you need to learn how to navigate in this country that they didn't understand when they came here. They did not understand it, but I was born here, so I should know how important it is to start investing, right? Investing. I just wish I had that knowledge, and I don't want everyone out there right now to just not realize that and how powerful investing is, because the earlier you do it, the easier it gets. You're seeing it now. I know you guys are seeing it. That people right now are just like completely struggling, and they just lost because they don't know how they're gonna be able to retire. You look at YouTube, man. It's all over YouTube. People in their 50s and 60s getting fired, not choosing to retire, needing to work, having 3 or 4 jobs in the 50s and continuing being laid off because of ageism. And it's a rude awakening, man. It's truly a rude awakening. And luckily, because I'm 43, so it took me like 40 years to finally become brave and say, I'm not going to follow that same path, right? That path of working a 9 to 5 until your 60s and you get that golden watch and you get like, nah, they don't do that no more. Now they just push your ass out the door. There's none of that. And so I learned, right? It took me almost damn near 40 years. I learned that you got to just go out and get it. And happiness is what you deem as happy. Your life, your circumstances. And you got to be brave. And you got to be bold. And you got to continually step out of your comfort zone. That's what I did, right? That's what I started doing. At the age of 30, I was late to the game, guys. I really took saving in 401k. I don't want to say extremely serious, but enough to make that step of getting the 401k match. And within 10 years, 9 years, I went from thinking this is just ridiculous, it's not hardly even moving, to now I have $130,000 in my retirement account. And I'm putting now more money into it. I'm recognizing this thing actually works, right? All those videos that people say how everything changes once you get your first 100,000, it does. Like, just the problem is getting there. It takes time. And it would have been a lot easier for me if I would have done it in my 20s. When I first got my job, right? When I first had my first job, I would have started. Even if my company didn't offer the 401k, at least have the knowledge enough to put money into a Roth IRA. Right now, man, I'll be a multi-millionaire right now. I would be a multi-millionaire with so many options. So many options, whether I want to work, whether I want to start a different type of business, whether I want to continue to work while I'm starting my business, if I want to go to certain places on vacation. Like, I have so many options in my life. And right now, I don't have all those options. But I'm getting there, right? I'm getting there. Could have had all these options a lot earlier if I would have handled my business. If I would have handled my business, I would have got there a lot earlier, right? Rather than now being in my 40s and just constantly thinking about my future, right? That's the huge motivator for me. It's like, man, I got to make sure I get it. I get what I need to get now, rather than waiting and hoping for Social Security or whatever the case may be. I got to go out there and get it. And that's why I'm here now, man. That's why I'm here on YouTube, right? Because I just feel like the knowledge needs to be shared. I need to share so much knowledge. And of course, yeah, I'm monetized. I get some money off this channel. And it's not a lot, but it's something, right? It's something to just have a income stream as well, while I'm thinking about other things I'm going to do. Because now at the age I'm in, guys, I'm just completely brave. And I don't really care no more about what people think, right? Because that is the reason why I was held back, is because I was always thinking about what people think. I always wanted their approval. And it's really nonsense. It's complete nonsense when you think about it. That's why, man, this whole YouTube platform is amazing. It truly is amazing, because you could just get so much knowledge from all the information that's out there on YouTube, where you really have no excuse. You have no excuse. Listen, I'm 43, man. I learned so much off of YouTube, right? Of other people going through what I'm going through, and just understanding, like, wow, I'm not the only one. Like, late in my 30s. I can only imagine if I were to learn this stuff in my, as a teenager, how my trajectory in life would have changed. But I don't regret it one bit. That's the one thing about my life, is I don't regret the fact that I learned everything late. I don't regret much in my life. Reason being is because I am where I am today was because of all those mistakes. You see, I'm hard-headed. I gotta have a mistake made and say, oh, I don't want to do that, and that's how I learn and I grow. Because everything is not going to be perfect in life. It's not. Things are going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a rocky road. But it's what you do with it, right? Yes, times is hard now. Inflation is high. Okay, what are you doing, right? What kind of adjustments are you making? Are you pivoting? And that's the thing. The quicker you pivot, the quicker you move on with your life, and the faster you get to where you want to go. That's it. That's the key. That's the key, man, is pivoting and moving forward and not listening to what people tell you and just being brave and courageous, right? And I really encourage everyone out there to just do that, right? Whatever it is that you want to do that you think is like, nah, that will never work, just do it. You never know what will come from it. You never know. And you could gain so much knowledge or so much experiences from the fact of trying this thing that you want to try and it not working. But what if it works, right? What if you're trying something at the age 25 type of business, or just, even, it gotta be even a business, like speaking to a manager, trying to get a promotion, moving around to a different department. Like, you never know where that might lead you. It might lead you to a point where you might build financial freedom. And that's the key, right? That's the key here, is to get yourself out of this whole 9-to-5 cycle and to be able to have choices. Because once you're on that 9-to-5 cycle, guys, it's hard to get out. That's what society is telling you to do. And let's be quite honest, the economy is built on people just working a 9-to-5 and consumerism and just continuously doing that. Because corporations need employees to work to build up the company. Investors like myself, right, they need that as well, because then the value of the stock will go up, because the value of the company is going up because of the profits. We all eat because of that. But having the option to choose whether you want to work a 9-to-5 or not, that's golden, right? That is extremely golden. So once again, I challenge everyone out there, just go for your goals, man. Go for all your goals. Go for your dreams, because, man, you do not want to live a life of regret. And looking back one day like, man, I should have handled my business and I didn't. And this damn dude on YouTube by the name of Rudy from The Rudy Show, he told me to do it and I didn't do it. So here's the day, guys. No more excuses. Go out there and do it. Catch you guys on my next video. Peace.